You changed your mind on ElevenLabs?
Yeah, I did. After I saw
I asked you about that like last
Yeah,
time,
after I saw how good the voice memos were and how people were using them, and then the whale retention. That's what changed my mind. Is that the whale retention? If you solely use it just for that, it's great. But a lot of people use it for.
None of you are going to get this right. Take a look. Tell me which one of these two photos are AI. Nope, not this one. Not this one either. These two generated from one real picture. And here's why that matters. Your models won't take photos. She won't record voice memos. She won't do the work. And you're stuck. You can't post. You can't scale. And you're waiting on someone who's never going to move fast enough. What if I told you you didn't need her to? What if I could generate a week's worth of Instagram carousels in 10 minutes without her ever touching a camera? What if I could send personalized voice memos to your top spenders every single morning with her voice without her saying a word? This isn't some AI model scam. We're not creating fake girls. We're running hybrid systems. This is taking your real model and multiplying her content output by 10. I discovered this explosive growth strategy yesterday, called an emergency meeting in my group, in my community. And what I'm about to show you is the exact system we're implementing in my agency this week. My guys get these calls weekly. You get to watch one. Pay close attention. This is the recording. All right, real quick, I'm just gonna give this to the killers that are still watching this video. So I've got an OFM Masterclass on my Notion. If you want it, DM me on Insta. It has so much free value. Look at this. It's literally OFM crash course, mistakes beginner agency owners make, 10K a month, agency roadmaps, Instagram powerhouse, like everything you need, everything you need. So just DM me on Insta and I will literally send it to you. It's fox.ofm. I'll give it to you for free. And let me just show you real quick. Just like Reddit. Look how much information you're gonna get. And then here's a full video of me explaining it for 12 minutes long. And every session's like that. Anyways, get back to the video.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, perfect. All right, so I want to start this off with let's play which one's AI. So if anyone wants to guess, which photos of these are AI?
A lot. Damn.
All of them.
No.
None.
The third one.
None.
The third one?
Yeah.
Nope.
None.
Oh, fuck. It's the second one.
Yep.
Dang it.
There's one more.
First one.
First one. That was the last
Last one.
Nope.
Oh, what the?
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
That's fucking crazy, right? You can't tell. You
Yeah,
can't
that's
tell
right.
which ones are AI and which ones aren't. And this is the whole gist of it. Because guess what, guys? We can't get models to fucking take enough photos for us for Instagram. But if we have photos of the models, like this photo and this photo, we can just get them. That's the catch. So what you're going to be able to do now is be able to generate photos like this for her to post on Instagram, right? Just like this photo. You can't, it's all the same girl. These two photos, this one and this one are real. These are real photos I pulled off her Instagram. These ones aren't. These are AI generated. So what that means is you're going to be able to have photo sets available to post for your model constantly. You're always going to have photos to post. And what we know right now is carousels are the #1 way to get followers on Instagram outside of Reels. If you are posting carousels consistently, if you can generate the photos enough to do it every single day, you're going to be able to milk followers, especially if you do it the right way. You guys will have all the tools on how to do this. That's why I wanted to have this meeting with you guys, because it gets deeper, right? So why am I teaching this? Because this is how we are going to get models to do less work, even ask for a photo set on Instagram for models, because they're lazy. Sometimes they don't do it. Not anymore. We don't have to deal with that. With images, we can just create them now. There's no more waiting on content. So you take the real pic, you put it through Nano Banana Pro with a badass prompt that I'll provide to you guys, and then you get an AI pic, which is this photo, because this photo is literally AI. It doesn't look like it, but it is. I mean, it's extremely detailed, guys. Like, it's unbelievable how real that photo looks. And then you want to be undetected to where no one can tell that it's AI? You put it through Tik Fusion. You then take it through Tik Fusion, you grab that real photo, and that's what it is now. It's a real photo after you spoof it through Tik Fusion. So what does this mean? This means you can take these photos and we can do threads with them. We can do Reddit, which I haven't tested, but I know will work. You can do Instagram, we can do Facebook, we can do Twitter. So threads, I think, will be the highest beneficiary. I think these three platforms will be the highest beneficiary of what you're going to utilize this with. Reddit, it can also be that, but it just depends on how well you do it. So it's going to take. Here, let me move Ramses. But it's going to take, doing this consistently enough to get the result. But if you're taking this photo like here, and you're getting 2 or 3 of them, same outfit, same prompt, and you're posting them as a carousel, you're going to cook. So, like I said, Threads, Instagram, run carousel photos. You guys should really start cooking with this. This will be a really good asset to have. That way when your model's needing stuff, it's so easy. So you could screenshot the fake one and post the screenshot of one to bypass as well. Yes, most likely I would just still use Tik Fusion to scramble the metadata on the actual page, just in case they're running some AI detection or whatever. So that is a decent breakdown. There's more that we're going to go into here in a second, but does anyone have questions?
How much? How many photos are you adding into
One.
the AI? Only one?
Yeah. These are the only 2 photos I used.
Are you able to add more reference photos?
Yes, you can add multiple. Yeah,
Like,
so
how many can you add?
like here it is. Here's Banana Pro right now. So you can add multiple. So 2, 3. You shouldn't have an issue adding multiple. And so it generates them perfectly. Like you guys are gonna have genuinely no issue doing this.
And is that like an ongoing conversation that you can add more photos to, or is it just like a one?
Yes, yeah, no, you can readjust the prompt. So you can continue to get the prompt to go deeper and deeper.
Save the information from
Yes,
the-
exactly. You just basically hit an edit button and you can re-edit that prompt. So if like I go down here and I just click like transform image, then now it's added it back into here and I can redo the prompt however I want to. So you can do it that way, and then this will be good for multiple, like Christmas photos with a Christmas tree in the background. Rip it right now. Like this is the best thing you can do. Santa outfit, rip it with your model. It works really well if they don't have tattoos. If they have tattoos, it's a little tricky. You have to put them in bodysuits, stuff like that. But just make sure that the photos you're using, biggest key takeaways, make sure it's this. If they're doing mirror selfies like this, one sec. If they're doing mirror selfies like this, it's the same phone every time. Right? Like the most important thing is that it's the same phone every single time. Get it to prompt to where the phone stays the same, and then they have just casual pictures of themselves, right? And try to stay away from a bedroom background because you don't want the bedroom to change every single time. Or you can keep your main photos and say, use this background every single time, so on and so forth. It's just prompting AI, guys. That's all it is. So that is the strategy. Now we're going to get into the next part. So, guys, one of the biggest things I notice is whale retention. What is the best way to retain your whales? By being able to have a deeper connection with your whales. And the way you're able, oh, there's people waiting in the waiting room. Hold up. Let me add them in. The way you're able to, retain your whales is through personalization. What if you could literally have your model send a good morning voice memo every single morning to your whales? Good morning, Mark. Hi, Mark. How are you? That'd be fucking awesome, right? Now you can. So you can take this a step further with ElevenLabs. So what the tool is here is basically allows you to put your model's voice into this program, ElevenLabs, which you guys will all have this ElevenLabs voice memos document, which is basically gives you the script so that the voice comes out perfect. And then you're able to then take that voice memo sheet. You can chop up those voice memos as well, but then you can also put them into ElevenLabs and say, good morning, Mark, how are you doing today? Like, I miss you. And then you can do giggles, laughs. There's so much that you can do. There's so much that you can do with the voice memos. So you're going to run these voice memos not only to your whales, but also inside of your scripts. That way you can sell more. If they're talking to the guy and they're saying like, oh, you make me so wet, or whatever is the case, you're then getting the script to sell itself because they really think that they're talking to the girl the entire time. So ElevenLabs is going to be, a game changer for you guys. I think it's the #1 tool you should be using right now going into 2026. And, just having the AI automation where you can literally say like, put your own voice, you can clear your throat, hey, energetic, I recorded this so you guys can see what's going to be like in the next step of what I'm about to show you. This is going to be crazy. So either generate.
Hey, I recorded this so you guys can see what it's going to be like in this next step of what I'm about to show you. This is about to get crazy.
But you'll prompt it. You'll prompt it to be better than that because obviously that's a guy's voice, right? You'll prompt it so that it sounds sexy, it sounds sweet, it's a whispering tone, all these different things that you'll be able to create a very lifelike version of your model's voice. When you already have them as well authentically through those voice memos she originally sent you through the PDF, and then now mimicking that over ElevenLabs. Does that make sense?
in ElevenLabs allows like explicit prompts?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it's not going to be like S my D or anything like that. It's going to be just like sexy talk, right? So that's going to be a big basis of what I wanted to show you guys, because ultimately I think this is the game changer that can help your retention. So one key thing to take away, these AI pictures, don't put them on OF because OF will detect them. Yeah. But on Instagram, Threads, Facebook, X, these are all good platforms to run this on. I think even SFW, Reddit. This is what I call a hybrid structure, because you have a real model that you're doing AI pictures of. And so the next step that I'll be building out for you guys also is basically how to automate majority of your agency. Because realistically, we're only one person, and what we can really rely on right now is VAs. So what we're going to want to do is actually have a full automation set up to where your models have a posting, like the reels they need to make are automatically there for them. They're able to just drop the reels off, get them edited, and get them sent back to them. Like every step of the way is going to be automated, so you guys can scale over the course of multiple different girls. Does that make sense? So that's ultimately. Yeah, go ahead.
Can we use the AI software to create Instagram Reels, or is that restricted?
No, I wouldn't do that. I mean, you can. Normally it gets detected though. I wouldn't do that because you have to do face swap. You have to take a real video and face swap it with your model's face. But I wouldn't do that right now. I don't think it's worth it. I think if your model can't do reels, she doesn't need to be in your agency. And if it's not authentic and real, then it just doesn't make sense. But this is the reason I'm showing you guys this is because it's a simple, low effort task that you guys can do day in and day out for your models that will give you some of the highest rewards in your agency. This will give you the highest reward when it comes to giving them content to post. Because when they're posting this on carousels, I've had one of my models got over 7,000 followers from one carousel post. So if you guys are doing this day in, day out, every single day with a carousel post this way, you're absolutely cooking. And it's gonna give you dividends. Over time, it will really pop. It's not gonna work for girls that have tattoos, right? It's not gonna work for super heavily tattooed models, but it will work for girls that have, no tattoos, light skin, and have a really good look to themselves. And if you can get really good portraits to prompt it with, like this is the real picture, right? Like getting really good pictures of their face to prompt it, it will then give you results like this. These took me 5 seconds to make. Like this is a real photo, right? And then this is the AI photo. So if we put these side by side, like bro, you can't fucking tell at all. You cannot tell. None of you could tell at the beginning. None of you had any idea which ones were AI. You see what I'm saying? So think about it to an untrained subscriber. Has no idea what's going on. It's genius. It'll work perfectly every single time. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. That's a big rendition of it. Does anyone have any questions?
You changed your mind on ElevenLabs?
Yeah, I did. After I saw
I asked you about that like last
time. After I saw how good the voice memos were and how people were using them, and then the whale retention. That's what changed my mind. Is that the whale retention, if you solely use it just for that, it's great. But a lot of people use it for dumb reasons, and every example I got shown didn't make any sense. But now that I'm starting to piece it together with whale retention inside the scripts, doing everything that's like going to drive more revenue, yes, I'm in on it. Because ultimately, like, you have a lot of subscribers like, well, if you say my name, I'll tip you, blah, 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 blah. Boom, easy. And as long as you have the right people utilizing it in your agency, do not give this to chatters to use. You need to verify every voice memo that you use so that it's really good, high quality, right?
Are you verifying yourself or having your chat manager?
I have my chat manager do it just because he's a goat, right? Like, I trust him to do anything and everything inside my agency. So I'm having him verify it. But right now we're rounding up all of the voice memos, like the voice script here for the models, which is where the fuck it's at. The voice script right here. We're having this script sent over to each model, and they're getting this done. And then we can also use a lot of the scripts out of this. as well. So we'll have a bunch of actual natural ones and then ElevenLabs mixed in, so they never get detected.
And there's really cool shit you could do with it too. Like in my agency, I have it so I could send a message in Discord and it'll spit it back out with the model's voice, with the voice clone, all that shit.
So you have like an ElevenLabs automation inside your agency's Discord channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what's needed for this type of scenario, because then the chat manager can pretty much monitor all of it. I think the way to look at everything, this is a very small Miro, but I think ultimately in 2026, AI OFM automation is going to be the future of this industry. I think it being automated to a point where we just have so much more expertise over a lot of other people is what is going to take this to the next level. I'm putting all my chips in AI automated OFM, the hybrid strategies that people are running like this, because let's face it, I mean, ultimately, like from an ultimate standpoint, these types of automations are going to just put you so much farther in front of the game, and they're two pretty small ones. When you're automating everything down to the content that they're making, the editing, the scripts that they're running, everything is ran efficiently. You're number one, saving yourself time, and number two, you can onboard more models and they're scaling faster. Especially with everything I've taught you guys with Instagram and how to run that platform.